had several people tell me that they were searching from current events, and I can't remember all of who it was, so I wanted those. Okay.
Picture in your mind a beach. Picture the warm, silky sand beneath your toes, the mild tang of the ocean, your nostrils, the waves gentle and blue against the shore. This beach is not unlike a beach you might find in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Now picture another kind of beach. Instead of pristine blue waters, we have filthy gray water. It reeks of garbage, decaying flesh, and human waste. And among the other debris floating in the waves, there are also carcasses of dead animals. What if I told you this beach could also be found in Rio de Janeiro? It's known as Guanabara Bay, and it is the site of sailing, swimming, and triathlon events for the 2016 Summer Olympics. Despite all this pollution and Brazil's repeated promises to clean it up, this bay is more dangerous and more polluted than ever before. Now, this all began in 2009 with the selection of Rio as the host city of this summer's games. As part of the bid, officials promised that efforts would be made to reduce pollution in the bay and other Olympic waterways by at least 80% if they were awarded the games. This extreme pollution comes from years and years of continuous runoff of raw sewage from nearby slums and from illegal dumping by corporations in Rio de Janeiro. The IOC, the International Olympic Committee, promised to routinely conduct both viral and bacterial pathogen testing in these waters in order to ensure their safety for the games. However, this fell through, and Brazil was left to conduct its own testing, and they chose to perform bacterial tests. This is a mistake because bacterial pathogens have been known to degrade with the addition of salt water and heat, like the climate in Brazil, whereas viral pathogens have been known to stick around for a while, for months, even years. So by doing this, we're allowing for water that could be far more dangerous than we know of due to the viruses present that the bacterial tests can't detect. Additionally, in 2014, their initial goal and promises of reducing pollution in this region, they announced would not be met. So this region is not currently being treated for any sort of pollution. Despite all this pollution, pre-Olympic events were allowed to take place in Guanabara Bay, and many athletes reported illnesses. The Brazilian test showed the waters is safe to swim in. Independent testing recently conducted by the AP found that disease-causing viruses from human waste were found at levels 1.7 million times what's considered to be extremely dangerous in the United States. To put that in perspective, that's the viral equivalent to competing in raw sewage. Serious health risks are inevitable at this point. The waters have also been found to have absurdly high levels of bacterial fecal matter, over 16 times the amount permitted under Brazilian law. So these Brazilian tests are obviously not being conducted properly. The bottom line here is that athletes who ingest just 3 teaspoons of this water have a 99% chance of being infected by some sort of virus, and that's undeniably unsafe. Ultimately, these tests are showing that Guanabara Bay is unsafe to even be in the vicinity of, let alone swim in. It's been badly polluted from years of untreated sewage contamination, and promises to clean it up have been forgotten. These recent tests show that this body of water will inevitably make the people who swim in it sick. It's killing animals. There are carcasses washing up on the shores, for goodness sake. So I hope Brazil takes this information seriously and finds a new venue. Otherwise, that horrid beach you imagined earlier, instead of being closed, it will be teeming with the best athletes in the world. And that thought's enough to make anyone sick.